is for a mature audience only.
It's time! It's time! It's
Triple threat!
Triple threat is in effect.
Suplex City, bitch, on the mothership.
Welcome to another episode of Triple Threat. I am Big Daddy.
I mean, Jesus, it's like if they changed the covering of the ding dong to like vanilla. I mean, come on, what the hell, man?
And the myth, the legend, the prank.
For every action, there's a reaction. And a pike reaction is quite a fucking thing.
What could you say about G3 that hasn't already been said about Marty Jannetty?
My shoes cost more than your house.
Triple threat is in effect.
And welcome everyone to another episode of Triple Threat. I am the host, Big Daddy SDV. To my right, the California Kid.
Hey, folks.
And on the phone, the myth, the legend, the pipe.
Man, that's great.
I'm alive! all three of us are alive. Sorry, it's been a while.
Yeah, but let's get into it, gentlemen. I'm gonna give you guys the floor since we haven't been on the air for a while. Oh, wait, before we get started, we'd like to shout out to all our fans and thank you for those that checked out the prediction shows that I did. Also, let you guys know that we are now on Anchor FM and Streecher, Apple Podcasts, the Google Podcast, Break.
So now we really need y'all to subscribe and tell your friends.
Yeah. And subscribe, man.
Go and subscribe. Anywhere you can get your podcast from, like I said, Breaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Pocket Cast.
Yeah, so we can get those good sponsors.
And radiopublic. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys the floor. Let's talk about the one pay-per-view. Your guys' thoughts on Evolution?
It was a good outing. I feel for the women. It was really good. They decided to do this.
I feel like this should have been happened. Like in WWE.
Yeah.
Like the women should have been had their own pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And what kills me is the fact that they kept saying it was the first ever women's pay-per-view, which is not true.
Definitely not.
I mean, like I said, TNA Impact has done this a bunch of times. And what was that one wrestling company with all women called?
Shimmer?
Yeah, Shimmer. I think Shimmer. Does Shimmer do this too?
Yeah, Shimmer, Glow, they've all done it. Dude, they do it in Japan all the time.
There was that kind of like rated R adult wrestling company that did it too. So.
Well, you talking about the Carmen Electra?
Yeah.
And WEW. WEW.
But other than that,
I hadn't heard that in a long time.
Other than that, I thought it was a good show. I thought it was decent.
But let's get down to business. All right, let's talk about Crown Jewel. Like I said, that was a piece of crap pay-per-view, and I know a lot of people were saying like, well, it's just Saudis, they don't get to see it, like we do most of the time, and I get that, but let me say this: if I'm going to pay $9.99 a month for the network, I have the right to bitch and complain about something that's not that good. And if you're going to put something on the network, then I have a right to bitch and complain if I'm going to pay for it.
I think so too. I feel the same way. I think that it's something that should be addressed. Because the fact that quality plays a key role in what we want to watch. When I watch something on the network, I want to, I want to make sure my time's been spent. If you sell something like Crown Jewel, calling it Crown Jewel by name is, I'm expecting something special. And then you hold a tournament and call it best in the world. Like, when you want to contract outside talent to come in so you can kind of have a little bit more variety for that? I mean, I understand they were just doing it for that show, but still, then Shane. I'm not even going to get into the Shane McMahon thing.
Oh, really?
Might as well.
I thought we would get into that.
Oh,
Well,
God.
we got
Don't you want to celebrate the fact that he's the best in the world?
Ugh, Jesus.
somewhere Chris Jericho and CM Punk are like looking at each other, going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, for real.
But
Honestly, I honestly thought Angle was going to win the whole thing.
look, like I said, I
Me too,
thought that
that was gonna happen.
either the Miz or Rollins was gonna win it. But
And it kind of took away a lot in the Shane, but I just feel like it would have been better if Vince won, because he would have ran with that way better. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I think most of the wrestlers didn't want the title because of what happened with the Saudi government. Now the bad press he was getting, so I guess Shane was like he was gonna take the bullet. Other than the wrestlers having to deal with the whole backlash and everything. But that's just coming off the top of my head.
Yeah, no.
That's probably why they did.
For you folks listening who don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the assassination of that report journalist. That you guys want to look that up. There was an assassination, and that was actually in the what is it, the Legion inside the actual building. They killed him. The embassy. They killed him at the embassy, I think it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot of heat, and people for a while people thought that the government was going to intervene and keep WWE from doing the show. And they were signing, I think this was a 10-year contract?
Yeah.
With the Saudis, it's a 10-year contract with the Saudis, so,
Yeah,
I think
how much, I don't know if I heard you, but did you mention how much they got paid for that show?
No, I didn't get to that. Yeah, there comes a time when money and your personal safety have to come into mind, but I mean, I know what the wrestlers are feeling, and yeah, there are a lot of nationalist minds in wrestling. A lot of people are, very patriotic in wrestling, very loyal. It's kind of, even if they do offer you $20 million or $200, it doesn't matter how much they offer you. It just.
Would you have gone?
It depends. Am I on the roster in this hypothetical scenario?
Yeah, like let's say you're on the roster, like Daniel Bryan and John Cena. You're on the card. Would you have gone?
If I had a choice, no. But
If I had a
I
choice,
was
no.
now the big card or higher, star like Cena and Daniel Bryan, I would have had to go no matter what. I mean, you also got to remember they were forbidden to talk bad about the Saudi government.
Yeah, you couldn't say anything. Yeah, like you couldn't say anything bad about the Saudi government. I think weren't the women banned this time around?
Well, that's the whole reason why they did Evolution, was because of a way to make up for them not going the last time and this time.
Yeah, but they did allow Renee Young to commentate, though.
They'll do that. I mean, that's nothing. They just won't let them look strong. They don't want them to look. They don't want them to be. They don't want women to think that.
And they said she had to be covered up. They let Renee Young do it.
Yeah, but she didn't cover her face though.
Oh, she did or didn't?
She didn't cover her face, but she did have to wear like a black.
But they break those rules all the time, because if you ever look, I watched this whole documentary on Dubai. And they have rules to where if you're staying at hotels you can do whatever you want to do, and then when you leave the hotel you have to go under Sharia law. I think it's called Sharia law. Yeah, you have to they'll impose that at their leisure. In my opinion, they let a lot of that stuff go
Well, I
when
think
it comes to
somebody
money.
else said the same thing too.
When it comes to money, they'll let a lot. Tourists can do whatever they want, even though they would normally hold. They let you do a lot. Like I don't know, man. I think that's a crock, but
From what I saw of it, from watching it seemed like it was not better than Greatest Royal Rumble.
At least the Greatest Royal Rumble was entertaining.
Having said that, I give Triple H all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
There's no way I would continue with that injury.
Yeah, that looked
I
bad.
mean, it looked bad, especially when he tried to Irish whip Taker into the barricade, and he had to walk,
Yeah, the walk him,
all the way and turn around and hit the wall at the same time. But
Hey, what did you think of Michaels?
Man, like he was the least rusty out of everybody there.
he did the best he could do with what he had, but you could clearly tell that he was having a few trouble, with trying to do it all by himself with Taker and Kane.
Yeah, that was a heavy load.
But that was kind of funny that Glenn lost his mask.
You like he was having a ball though. I mean,
Yeah. But all in all, the pay-per-view was just awful. The World Cup matches were short. The first round match was short.
That tournament didn't mean
They
anything.
tried to make it a big deal. The matches were way too short.
Look, the World Cup. I want to say this about the World Cup. The World Cup was a pointless thing, just to kind of get them excited or whatever the hell it was. If they wanted to do a World Cup, they should have taken a page out of TNA's book and called in some real talent. But not that they probably weren't able to get them considering their circumstance.
Well, it's the same thing like they could have did with Evolution.
Ray was the only thing that counted international. I think like Nakamura should have been in it. Rusev should have been in it. Or
Yeah, some real international talent.
Well, you also got to take into account that this was the Prince's. Basically, he was pretty much booking the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And the only reason that you had guys like Hardy, Kurt, Shawn, Hunter, and Undertaker and Kane is because he pretty much grew up with the Attitude Era and the 80s era of WWE wrestling.
Oh, you talking about the Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't he going to pay like big money to have The Rock beat the shit up?
No, he wanted Yokozuna and Ultimate Warrior over there.
Yeah, and then there was this rumor like he wanted to buy WWE for like $7 billion.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
God no, Vince would never sell.
I don't know, man.
How much did he offer?
$7 billion.
Anyway,
No, it's not enough. It's worth more than that. It's worth WWE is worth way more than $7 billion.
No, only time would tell.
$7 billion.
Well,
No,
only time
it's
would
not
tell.
enough.
Only time would tell with the Fox deal. If they go sour, that he might do it.
Let me put this in perspective.
I'm just saying, it would not surprise me if he went for it.
Oh well, I have some knowledge about this. Let me put this in perspective, gentlemen. Disney bought Fox for around probably it started at 65 billion and it went up to $80 billion.
Sorry.
Is that
Disney.
official? Do they officially own it now?
Yeah, they pretty much own it because
they own it.
The deal was Comcast only wanted the Sky Network, and so in the deal, Disney gave Comcast the Sky Network, and they kept the other Fox, the TV and the movie studio stuff like that.
Yeah, but you got to think, lock, stock, and barrel. If they bought Fox for that much, and you look at the scope of what Fox's properties. Okay, you're looking at the WWE with that flourishing network. They have all these outlets all over the world. WWE has all these shows they run. They have a movie production company. They have with all the money potential, what we call kinetic money, with all the kinetic money in here, and all the kinetic income that's involved, it's worth way more than $7 billion. Let's say WWE is probably worth somewhere more in the area of maybe 25 to $30 billion. You're looking at something maybe around there, for the entire shebang. Shoot, for the whole shebang, the name, the brand, the branding, the action figure lines, the all the stuff, the history, the library, the video archive alone. God, the WWE video, the WWF basically video archive alone with all the other companies it's sucked into there.
And they just added another one this week. They added promotion in Puerto Rico. I forgot what they call it.
Oh my God! Yeah, they got that
the one with the colognes.
Yeah, if they have that, you got to think of that video archive alone is probably really ultimately worth a couple of $1 billion just because of how much history it represents. It's got the NWA in there. They own everything. They've got all that.
But they don't got all the NWA.
They don't have all of it, but they have a lot of the pre turnover. They have all that stuff. They own all of it.
Yeah.
They have their hands in all that. I mean, yeah, WWE is a full company. You're trying to buy the whole lock stock, man. You're easily going into the high 30s with that one with the billions of dollars. You're easily in the high 30s, like easily.
Yeah, but I think it's safe to say that Evolution pretty much blew Crown Jewel out of the water. You had to sit down and pick between Evolution and Crown Jewel, I'm pretty much going with Evolution
all day, every day.
Like I said, they just need to do some better stuff with the product next year and promote it a lot more than they did this year and have a few better matches on there.
Yeah, they just need a few better matches. I took up a little issue with this show is just the fact that I thought Evolution was good for the women, but I feel there were some booking choices. I feel there was some booking choices that maybe could have made it somewhat better, which hopefully they'll improve on the next go around. Come on, Trish Stratus.
My main gripe, if I had a main gripe with it, I mean, I'm so glad they did it. And I hope it's an annual thing, but come on. Becky and Charlotte should have been main event.
Yeah.
That was my main gripe.
That should have been the main event. I have no idea why it wasn't. And
because Ronda.
I know, but Ronda's mid-main.
The Ronda-Nikki match was not bad.
It wasn't. No, it was a good match. I actually enjoyed the match.
I don't know about that.
It was good. It wasn't great, but it was a good match. It was a really solid match.
I mean, that was one of the better matches she's ever had.
I know. It
better
was.
Than her and Nia?
It was. I'm talking
about Nikki.
Nikki, yeah, we're talking about Nikki Bella. That was one of the better Nikki Bella matches.
That was one of her better
That was one of the better Nikki Bella matches. Nikki was actually focused in this, but my thing in this is just the fact that that should not have been the main event because it wasn't a great match. It just it was just thrown in there, and I don't know why they booked that, but it was there. And
because they thought Ronda would sell tickets.
Ronda does sell tickets, but damn it, I mean, not Nikki.
I'm not saying she doesn't. It's just that, like I said, they should have got somebody else other than Nikki because you're not ever going to believe me.
Nikki's saying it's a quantity over quality kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like I said before, you're not going to make me believe that Nikki Bella has a chance against Ronda Rousey.
I think it was.
But she did have a decent match, though. Still,
I think
yes, but let's be honest. This company needs more than decent right now.
They do. I'll put it like this: when I look at the match, when I look at the actual match between Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey, the issue with the match was just the fact that I think they gave Nikki a little too much credit in the way they choreographed the match. She can be devious and clever, but she's not that good. I think, and Ronda is not that unwitting. I think they may have didn't give them enough credit in terms of how they could have did this.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. Nikki Bella is not believable. I don't care how good she twirls her ass around. She's not believable when she comes up against somebody like Ronda Rousey. And also, Ronda needs to go back to the way she was I mean, not NXT, but in the USC when she was calling people out, when she called out Mayweather, she was doing all that. That's the one that I want.
I think that's Roddy,
just like
too.
I said, Shayna Baszler is basically what Ronda should be.
God, I love Shayna, too.
Shayna Baszler is what Ronda should be right now. The whole cocky bitch who do anything, everything to win. That's what Ronda should be. And for some reason,
she's definitely getting called up still.
I mean,
they shouldn't know. I honestly,
she does. They really need to pair her with Ronda because they can
yeah, but they can't do that because Shayna is a heel. Unless they're gonna try to do the whole thing like Sting and Luger.
I'm saying like have them not paired together like on a show, but paired together like on the road. You know.
Here's my thing about this. Okay. Take away with Ronda Rousey. I actually agree with Big V on this. Like Ronda should be a lot meaner. I understand why the brass wants to run her as a face because they're going with the girl power there. They're thinking Ronda could pull. Ronda can pull that way, but she'd be way better. She'd be way better just being not heel, just a mean motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like she'd be way better just being mean and heartless. You know. Like being the one that we see on UFC, like being ballsy, because that's kind of what Roddy did. Roddy was crazy. Roddy Piper would come out if she's gonna wear those colors. If she's gonna wear those colors, she should be just as brazen as Roddy Piper. She should be crazy, you know. Like, I mean, you know, she can do that too. That's the thing. I just don't. They're just not letting her do it, and she, you know, the booking I'm not happy with, but like I said with this Nikki Bella thing, I understand what the brass were going for because they're thinking of total divas and it's going to draw. But Nikki cannot draw as well as you throw somebody in there who's really good, like credible, like or just make it a squash match. Just have her squash somebody in the mid main, but don't fall for the fact that you think that you know the commercial superstar is going to sell the legit fighter. You know, it's just not going to work. You know. They could have made more money off of that main event, I think, with a different opponent. They could have made way more money off of it. That's just my thought of it, you know.
Honestly, I would have went with another Nia Jax.
Yeah, something that's got some bite. Something that's got some serious bite. You know, but if we're talking about Evolution, I did want to mention the fact that I was displeased with the booking I mean, it was good. It was damn good to see Trish and Lita again. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed that, but if you get Trish Stratus back in that respect, God, put this woman in a scene. You have so many top tier women wrestlers right now. You have so many top tier female wrestlers right now.
If it had to be anything, it really should have been just Trish and Mickey in that match.
Trish and Mickey or Trish and Sasha.
Sasha, yeah, I would have argued for that. I saw that Sasha had posted some stuff about that.
No, the match I would have done, which should have been done, I would have done Sasha and Bayley.
Well, yeah, after what happened on Monday, I would have had another item between Bayley and Sasha.
And it's
I would have made that challenge so they could one up their takeover match.
You could have had, I mean, if you were to do that, like, you could have easily, okay, so if you wanted to have Trish come out, if the brass, because they love Trish so much, didn't want Trish to take a loss, they could have had it to where Bayley costed Sasha the match at the end, have him wrestle a solid, great match between Sasha and Trish, have Trish start falling back in the heel, have Sasha pulling out her heel to show you that she's the one today, she's the new one, then have Bayley cost it, then you could build a big program that actually means something instead of just having them fight for no damn reason. You know, just give them something to fight about, you know. That would have been a good Sasha Bayley. You know, you costed me a match against Trish Stratus, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, what I guess besides that, that battle royal was something else.
I was shocked.
I'm happy Selena's, I guess, somewhat okay.
Yeah, man.
God, that was bad.
wow, I was shocked to see Alundra Blaze out there. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't that great?
They put Medusa out there. I'm like, wow. I'm like, that, I was legit, like, surprised. That, it was just, I don't know, somebody that was just genuinely nice.
I seriously believe Tori Wilson does not age.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that? She
never left.
She looked normal. I'm like, what the hell is that?
My God.
There's not a wrinkle on that woman.
She's got to be like, what, past 40?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yep.
There's not a wrinkle on that woman. I don't care if you put on makeup or whatever. You're gonna see some wrinkles after that.
Man, Alundra Blaze looked great.
She looked really good. I was surprised. I was surprised she could even get out there and do anything.
Yeah.
That is
a tough woman.
Of course, Michelle McCool is Michelle McCool. I mean, that's all you need to know about that.
I mean, she did hit that one spot where Amber came off the ropes. That was a good move by Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's playing with the storyline, but you are not going to convince me that Amber Moon should not have won that thing.
Yeah, I kind of felt it was time. That was a good story, but the fact she eliminated Asuka, that was, everybody in the arena went nuts because it was a big deal. Like, she finally got over on Asuka. All right, let's go ahead and give her the win. No, we're not. We're going to do something completely. Why not? It's Ember's time.
I just think she totally deserved it. She should have got that win.
That's something they should have gave her. I feel that way too. That was something she could have used. That was something they could have given her.
I mean, you could have made a great story about that.
Yeah, that's a feud. That's a fight right there. That's a match everybody will watch. Asuka versus those were some of the best damn matches in NXT, man. Those two threw down. Those two threw down.
That's what I'm saying. So, but it's Nia's moment again, and probably for the best. Lana and Nia again. That wouldn't be so bad. So, but I feel like Ember should have got that now.
Yeah, that was Ember right there. That was an Ember moment. I feel like that was missed, and I mean, I have many gripes about what they're doing nowadays. Just the fact that that was something that I didn't like. I do hate the way they're booking Asuka, but I understand they're trying to give Becky her shine, so it's worth it for Becky. But
I mean, if it was anyone but Becky, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, it's Becky though.
This is Becky's moment.
Becky kind of got left in the shuffle for a little while, and I'm glad they're giving her a due.
You saw the frustration. You saw it. She basically had to claw her way to that. I mean,
you can tell Triple H is doing everything in his power to protect Asuka as far as like the booking goes.
Pretty much. Yeah,
He's keeping her from taking any solid losses. He's been keeping her from taking any real losses, like for as far as he could.
He's really trying to prevent her to become Neville.
Yeah, he's trying to protect this woman.
That was a big loss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was their own fault. They're just terrible. They just really went the wrong way.
You don't want to see that how displeasing that is, and the crap you're going through, and you see Neville quit, and you want another example? You don't want her to end up like Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
You realize that you can make so much money without them?
I feel like they screwed. I don't care what you say about the guy's ego. He could back it up. I hated what they did to Austin Aries. That pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
They can say whatever they want about the guy's attitude. The man delivered.
I get that he may be a dick sometimes, but the way he treated him.
That's what I'm saying.
Far worse than what Impact ever did.
After those two matches, and people, if you really watch those matches, those were some masterpiece matches with Neville. They wrestled like some freaking masterpieces out there. And I'll be, if they couldn't give him at least one run after all he did, the man delivered. They just didn't give him his due. You got to cut him a little something here and there. If you cut him nothing, I mean, when the man's delivering, I don't care what his ego says. He's putting in the work. I mean,
that was a great feud.
Yeah, I think it was wasted.
His whole title reign.
I could have watched those two. I could have watched Neville and Austin Aries fight it out for like 10 matches, and it wouldn't have got boring because they kept coming up with stuff. They kept extending it out and coming up with new turnovers and stuff. Those guys were amazing together. It just you could have ran that for a whole. You could have ran that up till Mania again, and I would have been okay with it. Like that, they could have ran that all the way out till next Mania. Just him coming out, chewing bananas, pissing off Aries. Pissing off Neville, and Neville continuing.
My turn. Yeah.
They could have went back and forth with that.
So Triple H needs to do everything he can to protect that woman because it's so easy to leave.
Oh, if Asuka walks, ratings will drop slightly. It'll be noticeable. Like the ratings will drop if Asuka walks because there's not much that. If you look at SmackDown, AJ Styles, Asuka, and Becky is really, then to some degree Charlotte. They're the ones that are really holding people to SmackDown. It's AJ Styles, it's Asuka, it's Becky Lynch,
Miz,
Charlotte, Miz. Yeah, Miz is a part of that, but still, Miz isn't pulling it. Asuka on a success run when they let Asuka run. She's sucking the air out of a lot of their top tier. She just sucks it right out. I mean, everybody's watching this chick. She's Asuka,
Yeah.
Yeah, really is. So I'm just saying, let Becky have the moment, and I don't know what's going to happen. Please let Ember win the Rumble, then, if anything.
Yeah.
I mean, see where else you can take it.
I mean, God, I think you're looking at this after Becky's run. They need to go ahead and start working on this little Joshi Puroresu series they got building up because they brought in all these Japanese wrestlers now. They have brought in all these women Japanese wrestlers. I mean, did you see it's
like I said about Baszler, some of these women should be coming soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, I think if they hold back Asuka long enough to where they can get they get Kari, they get this new girl, Kari's friend, the girl who does the flying.
What's her name? Io.
Yeah,
Shirai.
Yeah, sure. Boy, she was great. They get her in there. They could have themselves their own little Japanese, women's feud going on for a little while there.
Oh, and man, if you could have seen, I know we keep jumping off to different notes, but I had to say, if you could have seen how much I geeked out when Nikki Cross showed up. Oh
yeah, that was great. That was good to see her.
I don't even mind the fact she tapped. I mean, just the fact that she finally showed up.
Yeah, I understand they're trying to make this armor look good. I probably wouldn't have gone with a tap. Maybe a flash pin or something, or something clever.
Now, wait. My question is this permanent or was this like a one-night thing?
I don't know. I think it. Honestly, I wouldn't pull any more women out of NXT right now. They got the talent is too thick in the main rosters. On both main rosters, the talent pool is too thick. I would leave Shayna there as long as I could until it was time to go ahead and run the 4 horsewomen versus the other 4 horsewomen. I mean,
at least wait for the other 2 to get ready.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And Jessamine, what's her name? Jessamine Duke.
Yeah, I wouldn't pull Shayna anytime soon. I'd keep Shayna there. I don't care if you have to raise her pay. I just keep her there.
I would move her, but she's arguably the second best heel in NXT.
Yeah.
I mean, with Ciampa at number 1, I mean, those 2 are making NXT what it is.
Yeah. Ciampa, yeah, he's great. He is fantastic, man. This guy.
And I know some people on that Facebook wrestling that we go on sometimes are complaining about. I love his theme song.
Yeah, it's great. The whole thing is like the Ciampa Gargano beef.
I was telling Big D last night, his theme song's badass and EC3's theme song's badass.
Yeah, I just.
But that's like her and Masma and Kari fighting Saturday night, ain't they?
Yeah, they got Warzone coming up.
Because whenever they do something like this, if someone wins the
I mean, not Warzone, War Games.
They're going to be coming soon.
Yeah.
So if Kari loses, it does seem to me that she will be debuting.
I think so. I mean, Kari, if they bring Kari in, they should maybe hold off a little bit.
I think they're gonna. I think Shane's gonna lose. Kari's gonna win. Cause I'm pretty sure they're gonna set up her versus Io Shirai at the
Yeah.
takeover for WrestleMania.
They're probably thinking that's money.
Yeah, now that I do believe.
That is money though. That will pull.
That would be money.
Yeah, everybody watch that. Just because, I mean, nothing. You know you're going to get a damn good match. I mean, you're guaranteed to get a near 5-star match with two like experienced Japanese women like that. You know you're going to get something really crazy. You're going to get something really, really crazy. You know, I'm like that. They may blow the card out.
You think they debut Tony Storm soon?
Well, she's over in NXT UK, so I don't think
So
they'll.
she is at UK then.
Yeah, I think it was the second or the first episode. She was on there fighting with somebody.
Yeah.
So she's over there on UK NXT with Dakota Kai.
Yeah. Well, I know we jumped ahead a lot with that comment. Was there anything else anybody wanted to say about Evolution?
No, that's pretty much it.
You think they'll do it? You think they'll do it again next year?
Hopefully.
It's like if that's a PTI toss up right there. Like, which pay-per-view will happen again next year? Evolution or All In?
What it's called that?
Yeah, they both gonna happen.
Yeah, they're gonna do All In again.
They're gonna do All In again.
They will.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. Shouts out to Shalonda Royal for singing the anthem at All In. That was pretty cool.
Actually, one of my coworkers was telling me that she was on Tinder, and I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, the girl that sang the national anthem at All In, she's here at Megan, and she's on my Tinder. I'm like, okay.
That is arguably been my favorite. That was arguably my favorite pay-per-view this year.
Yeah. By the way, folks, Rookie Royal winner of the 2017 Christmas Battle Royal on Intensity. You guys want to check that out?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that even in the pre-show, the fact that I saw Jordan Grace eliminate Brian Cage, I knew this was going to be a great show.
Yeah.
But let's get on. We got another pay-per-view coming up. We got the Survivor Series. Let's get down to our predictions, and we'll go from there.
Do they have all the matches set up? They're not going to add anything tonight.
Well, there's some ifs and some buts, but we'll get to it. First match, WWE Cruiserweight Championship, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa.
Buddy Murphy has been on a fantastic roll.
I'm happy for him, honestly.
I mean, I am so happy for him, and that was a hell of a match with him and Cedric. And but I like Ali. It's funny because I picked Ali to beat Cedric for the belt like an idiot, but I just think he's a great athlete. But is that on the pre-show?
No, this guy only has won the matches for Survivor Series, so it might be on the pre-show.
But anyway, I'm going with Buddy's going to have it a little bit longer, so I'm going to say Buddy.
I'm going with Buddy too.
Buddy.
All right, next match, Tag Team Survivor Series match. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable captains. The Ascension, Lucha House Party, B-Team, and the Revival versus the Usos, New Day, and a tag team to be announced, which I would not be surprised if it's Sanity.
How the hell is this going to work?
I don't know.
I do not know.
I have no idea how you do this.
I mean,
They're
have
gonna
they
be
ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge that they had a 10-man Survivor Series team.
So I imagine the Lucha House Party, one person's got to step down, and if it's Sandy, one person's going to step down. This is really confusing.
It's their retrospect.
I mean, at least everyone's getting a paycheck, so I don't know, and I should be taking it serious because this is bragging rights, between the two brands. But the fact that they got Usos and New Day, I'm probably going with Team SmackDown.
Me too.
Yeah, SmackDown.
For the love of God, they need to.
Now I know that's on the pre-show.
For the love of God, they need to Bobby return heel and put Chad Gable back with Jason George if he ever coming back.
But Jordan's still hurt though.
And then look, just put Chad on a singles run for like a mid card title or something.
They tried it and then they ruined it.
That's what I'm saying. He's good. He's damn good.
I don't know why they ruined that. He was on a good run.
I don't get that. He's really, really good.
You gotta admit though, the Rude Gable thing is kind of funny.
I know, but I would have maybe.
It's not B-team funny, but it's still funny.
Have Rude win a title, have him betray Gable, have him and Gable feud. That'd be a damn good couple of matches. That'd be a good series of matches.
Such a great feud.
That'd be some. That's what I would do. I'd just say, okay, stab him in the back, let's feud.
I agree. I do not know why Bobby Roode isn't heel yet. He should have been heel.
Why is he a face? Who writes Bobby Roode as a face?
You can't.
What the hell is that about?
Look at him. You just look at him in the robe and the glory. No face is gonna do glorious.
He just oozes bad guy.
I mean, could you think of a single face who would do the glorious thing?
Yeah, I'm looking at Bobby along with several other people should be in like it should honestly be in Raw's main event.
Like he should be in the position Bobby Lashley is in now.
That's what I'm saying. They got the wrong people.
Like Bobby Lashley should have been heel already.
Raw suffers because they have, but I want to talk about this.
The fact that they finally saw the light, and I love the duo with him and Leo Rush. They should be doing like something like that for Bobby Roode.
I like this. Here's where you have issue. Raw's booking. People have been talking about this at work, and people have been talking about this everywhere. Raw is bad right now because the way they have set the whole setup for Raw. That's what I'm saying. SmackDown is beating their asses every week.
SmackDown is killing it.
But they see SmackDown is actually booking a championship division. Like, okay, like SmackDown is kind of like for AJ Styles the monster of the week, monster of the month or whatever you want to call it. But it's working because AJ is facing top tier talent. Okay.
I mean, they could do a little more in the US, but other than that, each championship is important on SmackDown.
That's what I'm saying. But then you look at Raw. Okay, you have the wrong people in the wrong divisions.
You might, everyone's up the U.S. title.
Yeah, I mean, I give it that. The U.S. title's fine.
Now to get some more focus, but go on.
But I'll say this: you got okay. Here's who should be in the Universal Championship division. Okay, you got Finn. You got Finn there. You got Finn Balor. And by God you got Elias. And by God you got Seth. You got Seth Rollins. You got Dolph Ziggler. You got Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler. You got like McIntyre. You got McIntyre. You got Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, McIntyre. You got all these dudes who are like you got Bobby Roode. You got now you got Chad Gable. My God.
Now you got Lashley.
Lashley's actually okay right now. I would have him in there too. My God, what the hell is going on with the booking on Raw? That's your division. That's your Universal title division.
You could have Brock set for a whole year with all these people. You could have a feud with every one of these people for a year.
Brock could work with all these guys. Like, Brock could be fighting every one of these guys. And by God, if you want to...
Each match would be fantastic.
And this is the thing. They need to make a decision. Okay, Braun Strowman is not a guy you can float. Like, Braun is either champion or he's not champion. If Braun can't... Look.
At this point, I don't think they're doing it.
It's a waste. Braun could have already had his 1 year run already, and then you can set Braun down. The whole object of beating Braun Strowman could have been the championship story. Who's gonna beat Braun Strowman? Really, come on, man. I don't get that.
I mean, if they're not gonna give it to Joe, they're definitely not giving it to Braun.
That's what shocked me. They didn't even do it with Samoa. Samoa Joe and Brock had a great match. Come on. Like,
how many times did AJ have to beat Joe?
That's another thing. Like, God, I mean, if they weren't going to give Joe the championship there, that was a good program.
It pissed me off because that was a great story.
That was a great story. They worked that program. I don't know why Joe didn't get it.
That program was fantastic.
You weren't going to give Joe the championship off of that? Like, come on,
I mean,
man.
you believe. I mean, the way he said, you believe him. You believe he was stalking that family and saying those things and doing all those things. You believed it.
He shocked an entire arena. He stood up on a table and called out like AJ's family and shit. I'm like, bro, like you guys.
This was half a wrestling show, half a horror story, basically.
That's what I'm saying. They did a good job with it. It's just sad that they won't give Joe the nudge, man. Give this guy some love, man. He's making.
Braun, I mean, I don't know. And then Bobby Roode, so it'd be so. I just don't get this match. This match makes no sense. That's why it's on the pre-show. That's why I say SmackDown. Anybody else?
It just doesn't make any sense. But
how long do you think that's gonna be?
What?
A match.
Which one?
The tag match. How long is this match supposed to be?
The tag match? Yeah, that's gonna be. It's gonna be a long one.
It's probably gonna be a long one.
Like 5 minutes.
God, this may take 40 minutes.
Especially if what just broke is true. But I'm going with Team SmackDown. California, where you going? Who?
That's gonna be SmackDown. I'm almost 85% sure.
Because Sanity really needs to win, honestly.
Yeah, Sanity has been getting raped on freaking the writing. I mean,
it is ridiculous. How the hell did this become one of the hottest things in NXT, arguably NXT history, to this on SmackDown? This is ridiculous.
Well, look at SmackDown. I'll say this about SmackDown. When it comes to teams and factions, SmackDown is not good with those, man. SmackDown, look at what they did to what were they? The tag team that the guys who were doing like DOA.
The Ascension.
Yeah, the Ascension. Oh my God. That was bad, but arguably Ascension was kind of ruined by Raw because their debut was so terrible. I think they just sent them down.
Yeah, I mean that was like I don't blame the writers just for that one.
That
failed miserably on so many levels.
Yeah, they didn't deliver on that one.
And it's sad because that team has such a great history in NXT.
Yeah, it's sad. It's terrible what happens to these teams. I am saying prayers for AOP right now.
Speaking of AOP, this is probably gonna be a short one. Tag team title, team versus champion versus champion match. AOP versus the Bar. I'm going with the.
Now I'm really hoping this is gonna be the sleeper match, the one that surprises us and actually be pretty good.
They need to let AOP win this, but they're going to let the Bar win, of course.
But I love the fact that Drake Maverick was with them.
And he finally got back to the suit.
I mean, it was idiotic that they have a manager with them in the first place when they debuted.
I'm saying, why did they get rid of?
Because he didn't want to do the travel.
Oh, I can feel it. Yeah, I can understand that.
So I like it. And plus, I like the topsy-turvy where Drake is supposed to be a face on 205 Live, yet he's a heel with AOP. That is just funny to me.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to think here because I'm thinking who's going to get some wins. So I wish Brand's going to get wins. But with this, see, this is hot. He's a fucking hole.
I still think Ellering should make an appearance, but you know.
Who that?
I still think Paul should make an appearance.
I'm sure Big Show's going to get involved too. So I'm gonna say the Bar. I say the Bar.
It's probably gonna be Bar, even though it shouldn't be, because I feel like AOP needs a rub right now more than ever.
Yeah, I definitely think they need it more, but it might be wrong though. I mean, this could go.
I hope they win. I hope it's AOP.
They're probably not gonna get enough time.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a short amount of time because that Survivor Series tag match is gonna. That's going to eat.
That one's going to take a lot away.
It's going to be about 40 minutes. At least.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's a decent match, though. I mean.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm going to say Bar.
I want to say AOP.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
See.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get to this match because we might have some breaking news about it. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Now,
What
if
did
you
you
saw,
hear?
if you saw, if you,
What did you hear?
all right, if you saw Raw, the SmackDown women's team made an appearance. Ronda got put in the armbar by Becky
Yeah.
Lynch. Then Becky came out, surprised the Raw team. Then the SmackDown women's team ambushed the Raw women's team.
Yeah.
It was a melee. Apparently, they're in a melee, and I don't know if it's true or not. One report said that Dana Brooke kicked Becky in the face. Another report said that Nia Jax stiff.
I heard it was Nia because if you watch it, she's fighting with Naomi with Nia, and at one the camera switches, and then I think Nia hit her, and then Becky's on the mat and like touching her face, and so I'm thinking Nia did it.
Okay, well, we had to see different
like
reports.
she was bloody.
But
She was gushing.
It looked good on camera for the fight, for the viciousness, the intensity she was showing. But I hope her nose isn't broken.
Well,
Yeah, it looked good, but it also looked bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
like they really should have. I understood it was good, but man, they really should have did some quick medical attention right quick. I mean, to make sure she was okay.
Oh, fans hate that though.
well,
I know they hate it, but man, that's serious though.
yeah. I mean, if it was that serious, Becky would have had stopped.
Yeah. She kept going.
But I give Becky all the credit in the world. She took it like a champ.
She didn't break kayfabe. She did not break
She took it like
kayfabe.
the man. So.
Well, but Ronda came out, tried to clean house, but then Becky hit her with a chair, and they beat Ronda, and the whole team rocked down, and Becky went into the crowd with everybody fucking going crazy for her.
She can't be too hurt because if it was really bad,
well,
you'd be in serious pain.
Well, unfortunately, now they're saying that the match is probably canceled. Apparently, they said that she might have a concussion and a broken nose. And,
I'm not believing it until WWE.com said something.
And they said that Nia got a little bit heat on her for it. If this is true, this is some really bad, shitty timing, man.
Yeah, not
I
good.
don't know if I can watch it if that's going. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be as excited because that was honestly like arguably the main match I was looking forward to.
I gotta say, Becky pretty much saves Raw Monday night.
Yeah,
she pretty much.
I mean, you can tell.
She pretty much made up for everything else and made it good.
Not that Ronda was in the ring and the crowd was still chanting Becky.
That was pretty much badass.
Yeah.
I think, I
mean, like, it kind of reminded me of when Flair got busted open for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Even though it got him in trouble.
Let me ask you guys, if you're booking this and you have to pull Becky Lynch, what do you do?
You know what they're gonna. Well, they ain't gonna. I was thinking they were gonna somehow try to get Charlotte in there, but they ain't gonna do that till WrestleMania.
Well, if you do that, ain't no point doing it at Mania then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They ain't gonna do that. They're gonna say that for WrestleMania.
I don't know.
The only solution I would give is maybe take Asuka out of the Team SmackDown and put her up against Ronda. But I don't think Vince is going to give her.
That seems probable.
I don't think Vince is going to let her do it.
No, because it would the Triple H would need, because she would have to, against Ronda Rousey. Asuka, as far as the brass is concerned, Asuka would take a loss.
I do appreciate the fact that they are taking these concussions very seriously. You don't want her to end up like the Alexa Bliss right now.
Yeah. You'd have a debate, like you pretty much have Triple H and Shane and a few others like going up against Vince and Kevin Dunn and all of those guys, arguing which one of them should win, and basically it would be Triple H and Vince at each other's throats about.
I bet you it's been all-nighters.
Because there's no way Triple H would willingly let Asuka just get defeated, even if it's Ronda Rousey, he would still argue.
Or they could take Nia out and put either Sasha or Bayley in there. Basically Corbin said, "Hey, you're gonna have to make up for what you did. So either you pick between Sasha or Bayley, and then put Nia in as a replacement for."
Let's just say hypothetically, there is no breaking news. The match goes on as planned. If anybody, I believe, can give her or Ronda her first loss, I honestly believe Becky can do it.
I want Becky to beat her, but let's be honest, Vince is not going to do it.
If anyone on that roster can do it, she can
I want Becky to do it, but Vince is not going to let that happen.
There's only if you're really thinking about it, Becky, you think about Ronda Rousey, who could beat her? Like, who could beat her? You gotta think. You can't just think of straight up like beat. You gotta think of every method. Okay, so ultimately, if Becky locked into this armor, you gotta think like Ronda knows reversals. I mean, she probably knows some kind of way to reverse that kind of a bar. I have to look at it kind of from a perspective like, okay, if you look at the girls in the locker room, I don't think any of them could beat Ronda Rousey, straight up. But unless for some reason it was against like a heel Sasha Banks who could outwit her, or if it's like, because even like we've seen it. I mean, even Alexa Bliss couldn't outwit her necessarily, but Alexa Bliss is not as clever as a heel Sasha Banks. I think Becky could do it. I think it would have to be like somebody like a Becky Lynch or Sasha Banks in heel mode, like full on heel mode, and it wouldn't be a pin, but it would be a very non-clean win. But
the only people on that roster that I would ever believe that had a chance against Ronda Rousey for real is Becky, and if they kept her strong, Asuka.
Asuka could do it, yeah. Asuka could do it. Asuka could do it. It just, but not with
the way she is now.
Not now, no. But
if they kept her thing intact, I would say
if the streak was still intact, she could do it.
It'd be more believable.
I think what they're going to do though, like it still puzzles me why they picked her to try to put over Carmella. I know you want to know why Carmella's in the position she is right now? Because she didn't sell. I'm not throwing insult out there either. She didn't. She wasn't a draw.
No shit.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you? Shit. That's what I'm saying. Why? But if you wanted to push Carmella,
this is WWE, man. This is the same company that thought that Kelly was a good.
Yeah,
this is the same company that thought that Kelly
don't
was
remind me.
good.
Don't remind me of Kelly. God, I couldn't believe it.
When she was champion, her own swag about it, it worked.
What, Carmella?
Yeah.
Listen, let me say this.
Carmella
was getting over. Carmella was getting over.
Carmella was getting over.
But it was just too early. It was too early for her to be champion.
It was. I think.
And then they messed it up with the whole James Ellsworth because it was getting her over.
Okay, here's
and like I said, what I would have done if Ellsworth could have done it, I would have got him to put her.
It sounds like you're a little bitter about it because it happened to Austin.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking at it. It's not just the fact that it was Asuka. It's the fact that who Asuka is to as far as like the draw, as far as if you have talent and you measure them on a level of how much you could draw, like why would you look at Carmella and think, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my top drawing woman, the top drawing woman in this company. I'm going to sacrifice my top drawing woman in this company against a girl who I'm just going to take a swing at with her cleverness and she's got the swag and everything. Yes, she's getting over, but that's not the woman you let her get over on. You could have threw any other of these women out there. You threw Asuka out there to try to do all this embarrassing crap with it. Look, Ellsworth has nothing to do with it. It had to do having Ellsworth come back. God bless him. I'm glad James got his job back temporarily. But by God, you could have still brought James Ellsworth back against another woman. It didn't have to be your top draw. There's no way I would do that. There's just no way I would ever do that. Not against my top draw.
But like I was trying to say, Carmella was getting over with Ellsworth. It was working.
It was.
It's just that she was not the person to put the title on.
No.
It was too early for her. It should have went to Becky, not her.
I agree.
And
I do agree.
I
do agree with what Charlotte and Becky are both were kind of saying about her. Like, if this was still the Divas era, she would have been perfect.
Yeah, she'd have been really good.
Like, competing with those girls, like Marie, like, she would have been perfect for that.
She would have been the hottest thing on television.
Without a doubt. Oh, no question. She would have bitch slapped Kelly so many times.
I honestly think that Carmella could have made a good feuding heel for Becky after her initial run. Maybe later on down the road, you could have had her come in and done some of the stuff that she did in this Asuka program. That would have been good, but it was too early. They chose the wrong opponents for her. It just wasn't the right time or place to have a Carmella title run. It just wasn't. The way she won the Money in the Banks were great. She's clever. That's the one thing she has over all the other women. Fine. I didn't mind her winning those the way she did. I thought that's how she is. She's clever. Even when she wrestled Bayley that time in NXT for the title, she always showed this sort of cleverness she had. She's very ingenious in getting over on people. I get that. But yeah, I agree with Big V. It's just wrong time, wrong place, wrong opponent. Just, I don't know. Yeah, it's as stupid as the Kelly one.
I give her this credit, especially she's becoming that great example of no matter what position you put her in, she will knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
I mean to go from Enzo and Cass to being the champ and Ellsworth to now doing the dance break. None of this should have worked.
Yeah, she is so stupid.
It work.
She's one thing.
It is amazing to me how the dance breaks have been over.
One thing I give Carmella is just the only reason why if I had to come out, I'd definitely hire her is because she puts it all in there.
If Carmella wasn't fine as fuck, that shit would not got over.
No, it wouldn't. But it takes more than just being pretty. She really goes all in with it. Like especially with this day and age in wrestling, should the dance break really work? No.
Hell no, especially with R-Truth.
It shouldn't work, but it does.
I mean, Vince is lucky that nobody called that out racist.
Yeah, the man come out and do a little minstrel performance for everybody.
But then again, a lot of things R-Truth do is racist. I mean, this is the same guy that dressed up as a Confederate.
Oh, you talking Vince?
No, I'm talking about R-Truth.
Oh, God. Yeah, R-Truth is nuts. R-Truth is insane.
But like I said, then again, R-Truth came out as a Confederate.
And I also give her this credit, speaking as a man, like, she's the only person that makes the floss dance look so sexy. I give her that credit, you know. I thought that was the stupidest dance of all time, so I started seeing her doing it. Now I just love it.
She's a hard worker. I give her that.
Yeah.
She works.
Very hard worker. She's a great worker.
I would hire her because she works very, very hard. Like you can tell. Like just even when she was wrestling Asuka, she was doing everything she could to keep up. She was really putting it in there.
Yeah. I would be like, hey, don't you ever fire that woman.
No, I don't think they should ever fire her. She's one of the hardest workers there. She's definitely one of your best talent, like as far as like tenacity. She's got tenacity.
Yeah.
It's like, congratulations, Carmella. You are the Shawn Michaels, where Big Cass and Enzo are the Marty Jannetty's.
Yeah, she was the shine out there. I give her that.
Yeah.
I think she just needs some time. Just let her ride the sidelines for a little while, and then maybe when the right.
I mean, she's really got nothing else to prove. I mean, hell, Money in the Bank twice. I mean,
Yeah.
she ain't got nothing to prove. I mean, let her have fun. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, I think that's probably your best bet. You know.
yeah, like let her have the fun. You know.
Yeah. But
Like, fire the Bellas and let her become the star of Total Divas if you want. You know, I'll watch it even more now. And want.
yeah. But let's get back. If the match does goes on,
Well, did y'all pick? I mean, if the match happens, because I said if
I
Becky
won't.
wins, y'all say.
Yeah, I want Becky to win, but no Vince. Ronda's gonna win.
There's no way they'll let There's no way they'll let Becky win this. There's no way in hell they let Becky. When Vince says no chance in hell, I can hear him saying it now.
If not have Ronda lose Sunday, then win, because you know it's gotta happen sometime.
The only way it will happen is if they do Charlotte and her, because she would go in on Charlotte Monday. You know, she called her. She was going in definitely on Charlotte, so I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte gets PO'd by that, and that sets it up for.
I just would tell Ronda, like, your promo attacks on Becky ain't working, because there's probably people out there who are thinking like, I was a stewardess, I went to clown college. Yeah. I'm a millennial. What's wrong with that? Ronda, you're 27. You're a millennial too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you said Ronda too.
It's Ronda. I mean, as much as if it's Becky versus Ronda, it's going to be Ronda.
All I gotta say is, they do cancel it. They better put this thing together again whenever Becky gets healthy.
My own thing, make it the main event.
Yeah, I'll say this: it's gonna be a hell of a match. I think if it's Becky and Ronda, it's gonna be a hell of a match. It's gonna be like
no buts, no maybes. Make that match the main event where it belongs.
I think if they get that match, it should be the main event, because that match is gonna be.
That's the main match people are gonna want to buy.
That's the one everybody's gonna be watching for. Yeah, that's the one everybody's gonna watch that
like, I'm gonna be pissed if that's like match number 4 or something.
Yeah, it's the match everybody's gonna watch for, because we all know Becky's so technically sound, and we all know that Ronda can counter for counter with anybody. So you got a situation where it's like, man, you got to set up for a 5-star match in the right hands, in the right booking hands, with the right planning, and if they have chemistry. Oh my God, you gotta.
It's there verbally. It's gotta be there physically.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I'm not even worried about the physicality. I'm saying, like, technically, in terms of having chemistry with the other person. If they don't have chemistry, it's going to be a great match. If they have chemistry, it could be a legendary match. If they have chemistry, it could be a legendary match. Like, if they have chemistry, like, which is sometimes you either have it or you don't. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But hopefully the match happens. Next match.
Hopefully Becky's okay. And if not, hey, no one's gonna take this year away from you, Becky.
Well, she could put on that mask like Trish Stratus did, the nose guard. That'd be great.
But I think it's the part of the concussion.
It would be great if, like, before the match, Trish shows up and gives it to her.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Not by itself.
That would be good. Yeah, that would be huge.
And then Trish tells someone, like, go kick her ass.
That would be really good.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be great. We're going.
All right, next match. Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Pretty much my sleeping match.
That match could blow the roof off.
Pretty sure Dean Ambrose is gonna jump in there.
Yeah. I think
I keep picking SmackDown people though, but I think this will be the one. Maybe he won't tag till after the match, because I'm picking Seth for this.
It's like, you gotta think, this is gonna blow the roof off. It's gonna be CrossFit Jesus versus Mr. King of Strong Style. It's gonna be a freaking classic. Like, this match is gonna be a damn classic. And the thing is, like, even if Dean does come in, I'm sure they're gonna hold it to the end. And it's either, if Dean comes in, he's either gonna botch it and cost Shinsuke the match, or he's gonna botch it and cost Seth the match. either way, it's going to be a great match.
Oh yeah. Plus, it's Survivor Series. This is one of the big four, so Nakamura's gonna have a badass entrance.
Oh yeah, it should be good. I mean, like I said, it's going to be.
Have that band show up and play the song.
Like come on, man, play him out. Let's get excited. Dude, let's get.
If you look at it, you can tell he really is passionate about that.
Of course he is.
Like, he is just jamming. Can you imagine jamming with Nakamura?
Great. It'd be freaking great.
Out, but I think it's gonna be probably will be a sleeper. It's gonna be a fantastic match. Hopefully, it gets the time it deserves.
Yeah, if they give enough time, it'll be great.
I am worried. I am concerned. They might make this the first match of the night.
They probably will. I almost think it's almost like what, like 3-1. That's going to be the first match of the night. It's like we're looking because they would open with something like this, and then if they open with it, then it'll have plenty of time. If they don't open with it, then it may not have enough time. But either way, you got to think as fast as those two can move. Even if it didn't have enough time, it probably would be unaffected because they probably could get work done really quick in there. They probably could get it all in there yet and still because those two are fast.
And they never wrestled before, have they?
No, I don't think Nakamura's ever fought Seth Rollins.
Huh.
I can't remember a time when Nakamura got in there with Seth Rollins.
I don't think they have. Have they?
God, man.
I don't think so.
If the match is good enough, they give this match a good 25 minutes. My God, it'll be a classic.
And this should be at least
I think
5 hours, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Nakamura with interference by Dean Ambrose.
Yep, that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
I'm just trying to think how possibly Raw would get any wins. So
I don't know. They could get swept in this one because I don't know.
I really think SmackDown deserves this win.
They do.
Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's BS how Raw keeps winning. I think SmackDown really deserves the win Sunday.
Probably. Next, let's get down to the Survivor Series match. First up, the women. Team Raw, captained by Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Nia Jax, Tamina, Ruby Riott versus SmackDown with Charlotte Flair, Carmella, Naomi, Asuka, and Sonya Deville.
Do they not realize Natalya and Ruby are going to be fighting the whole time?
So Natalya is on the team?
I thought she was on the team. Like, during Raw last night, she said Natalya couldn't be there. But she said Alexa did say she was on the team.
Okay, so it's not fully all heels.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense since Ruby said and Riott beat the crap out of her botching that heart attack.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't understand. But then you got the SmackDown side, and I guess Charlotte is doubting herself or something like that. And this is an interesting team, though. I mean, Asuka, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and Carmella and Charlotte. This is it's hard. It's hard to pick any wrong people because SmackDown is not this win.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
SmackDown, they got some monsters on that team.
I mean, am I wrong? How can you see Raw winning this?
Those girls are nasty, man.
Even though I like Mickie James and Nia and Ruby, I'm going to go with SmackDown.
SmackDown's probably going to win this
I
game.
gotta go with SmackDown here. They're more well-oiled. They got everything.
I mean, the only one out of
and thank God Sonya's in it and not Mandy. No offense.
well, Sonya still hasn't sold me on her yet.
This is what probably what happened ultimately because these things generally go to shit in a basket. Okay, when it comes down to soul, if they're just gonna go with one sole survivor at the end, it will probably come down to Asuka and Nia, and to which they're either going to give Nia the rub and have her beat Asuka straight up, or they're going to have Asuka win again and be the sole survivor.
I mean, talk about two people with great chemistry.
Yeah, they're probably that's what I see happening here because if it comes down to a sole survivor, then they're not because the way that they've been booking Asuka, Triple H he's been hard on trying to protect this woman. He will not let her take it straight.
I could definitely see it coming coming down to not just those two, but also Tamina and Nia versus Asuka.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. That may be how they beat Asuka. Like if Nia beats Asuka, then Tamina may be in there. But she's beaten them both before, so I don't see.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's going to change this year. I really.
I feel like with that, and plus I feel like I said, Ruby and Natalya are going to cancel each other out, and then Mickey's probably going to go, and Carmella is going to probably be the first one gone, and Charlotte could probably hang on for a while. I mean, but yeah, I think it's going to come down to Asuka. Because Asuka won by herself last year, didn't she?
That's what I'm saying. She won that. She won the Rumble.
It's going to come down to both Charlotte and Asuka.
Yeah, Charlotte.
With Charlotte getting the win.
Yeah, probably. That's a good way of thinking about it too. It could be that. That probably is what will happen.
But should be a good match. Like both women matches should be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the women are gonna clean up in there.
Oh yeah.
Next match.
Weird that Ember Moon, Sasha, Bailey, and Iconics, all these folks that are in any of this.
I think Bailey's in the doghouse.
I think a lot of them are.
I think Bailey's in the doghouse, and Amber Moon for some reason is not, even though she was, like we said, she was over in Evolution. And Bailey, I don't understand either.
Yeah, that's weird.
Next match.
I get what you're saying. I'm thinking about the booking. That is weird that they're not in this.
Yeah. Next match. The Men's Survivor Series match. Team Raw led by Baron Corbin. Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Elias versus Team SmackDown.
Lashley.
Huh?
It's Lashley.
God damn it. Stupid CBS.
Yeah, remember Leo Rudd called Elias
Stupid
CBS.
StupidCBS.com.
Yeah, Elias got costed by
Although he should be in it.
Yeah.
Lashley versus Team SmackDown led by Daniel Bryan and Miz and Shane McMahon, Samoa Joe, and Rey Mysterio.
Raw's winning.
There's two ways I can see this happening. One, even though it's the first shot, Miz and Daniel Bryan coexisting, and they're the sole survivors together. Or on the Raw side, McIntyre wins it all by himself.
Who?
McIntyre wins it all by himself.
You can tell they are really high on McIntyre right now.
Look, McIntyre wins it by himself. That's definitely an outcome. I just don't see Daniel Bryan and Miz ever being able to last that. They may last the end, but then at the last second, Daniel Bryan's just gonna Miz is gonna do something that is going to piss Daniel Bryan off. And Daniel Bryan's.
It's gonna be very comical, but it's gonna be very like butt heads and already doing that. And I don't understand why Shane had to be in this. I'm still mad about Crown Jewel. I don't know why Shane had to be in this.
I don't know why they're doing this. Look, Shane has.
I think they're gonna probably set up for Miz and Shane. Pretty much.
Really?
I told you they probably gonna do. They were rumored that there was gonna be Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania.
I know, but here's the thing: Shane McMahon did not have to win that tournament. Shane McMahon doesn't need to prove anything. He has his place. He's a special attraction. You use him when you need a damn good match at WrestleMania against somebody who doesn't have an opponent. That's when you throw Shane McMahon in there. Shane McMahon's there to keep our blood pumping. That's where Shane's there. Shane is not there to run full programs. He's not. He really isn't. That's not what Shane's supposed to be for. Shane's a special little piece you play.
He's a special attraction. He's the one that's gonna do that.
He's going to give you that big spot.
The post thing. He's that guy. Or do that big jump off Hell in a Cage. He's that guy.
Yeah, he's the guy that's going to give you that one big spot you need to make the night worth watching. If the night isn't getting there, Shane's going to give you that one reason to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I think this is probably really the only match I'm really sure of a Raw win, and I'm thinking Raw's gonna win this, and McIntyre's gonna get the win by himself.
I think it's gonna be Strowman. They're gonna sit up for Brock versus Strowman at TLC.
Oh my god, damn! I forgot about that stipulation they made. Why did they do that? Because that takes a lot away from the match.
It's WWE, which is.
I mean, obviously now they're gonna win, and Braun's gonna get the title shot and beat the crap out of Corbin. We all know that's gonna happen.
Yep, pretty much go that same way. Just like last year, he was sole survivor. He beat the crap out of Triple H.
Here's what they need to do. Okay, if just considering who's in charge on in the Raw booking. Okay, if they want to do what they want to do, fine. Just look, if you're gonna give Braun the belt, just give Braun the damn belt. Give Braun Strowman the belt. Let him keep it for an entire year. Then after that, stop. They're gonna do it. I mean, there's no. I'm talking about. Look who's in charge. Okay, they're going to fucking do it. Okay,
you're reaching.
They're gonna do it. No, they don't have the mindset to say, okay, we need to let Finn Balor get this belt.
They're gonna give Strowman the belt, and Strowman's gonna hold it all the way up to Mania, and then McIntyre's gonna take it.
That's a way to look at it. But see, here's the thing.
That's one way I'm seeing it. I'm seeing McIntyre is probably going to win that belt within the next 5 months.
He's going to win the Rumble, and then he's going to challenge Strowman for the title at Mania.
Okay, this is what a wise person would do if you're going to put the belt on him. This is what a wise person would do. Once he gets the belt, give him a few good defenses, then have Finn lose it, have Finn form the club, and let's have some real freaking fun here.
That's what I'm also thinking. It does seem like they're going to do a little Finn truth for a while.
They're not going to do no club. They had amples of time.
That would be a great feud, though.
They had amples of time.
They keep blowing it with that.
They had amples of time of doing the club, and they messed up. But they messed that up.
They did. They really blew it, in my opinion. You had AJ Styles, Finn Balor. You had what is it?
Gallows.
Gallows and Anderson. But they had just brought in. Now see, they had just brought in Adam Cole and all them. And I'm looking at this. Okay, you've got all these guys here. And now, okay, so Kenny was at that time. Kenny was kind of he just resigned, but Kenny wasn't against coming. He for a guest he wasn't going to sign, but he wasn't against coming. You could have did something. They just blew it. You could have they had it right there.
Oh, there's no doubt that what they did with Finn and AJ was enough proof to why he did not sign.
That's what I'm saying. He was watching that. Kenny was watching that. He said, "Look, they got everybody we need to run club." If you're Kenny Omega, you're sitting there watching this.
Because I guarantee you, if they had done that right, not only Kenny, Young Bucks would have showed up.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody would have came if they had just said, "Okay, AJ Styles has an issue with Finn Balor starting club." AJ Styles has a huge issue with it because Finn was one of the founders, but Finn went against the rules because Finn said that their whole point was to be able to do everything they wanted, and then he tried to keep them out of a situation doing what they wanted to do. He broke the rules. They kicked Finn out. Okay, AJ knows this. AJ Styles has a problem with Finn Balor starting club up again. He said you shouldn't even be in charge of the club. Okay, so you have half the men side with Finn because he's the originator. You have half the side start with AJ. You have a major feud. The T-shirt sales alone, even if you pay royalties to ROH or whoever the hell owns is got right now. Yeah, here's the thing. Even if you pay the royalties, dude. The money you would make off the shirt sales alone would be astronomical. Like, you think NWO made money?
Shit, they already make money off them shirts.
I know, but still.
I mean, they got to deal with Hot Topic now.
I'm just saying, WWE blew a major money-making opportunity. Think of the other merchandise you could have came out with if you had a Bullet Club on Bullet Club feud going on in the main event.
I think that's the main reason why Balor is using it. One of the main reasons, because if he had to give some of the rights to WWE probably. Yeah, they would have. That would have been non-negotiable. That would have been. They would have won a piece of that pie. There's no way Vince is gonna let that money walk out. Like, there's just no way in hell.
Like, there's no chance in hell. I'm sorry. But yeah, he literally would have said that. It's just like,
But who do you pick? T Raw or T SmackDown?
it's probably like it's obviously probably going to be Team Raw, Team SmackDown. It's I mean, I'd say there's if you're looking at percentage wise, there's at least a 90 to 85% chance that it's going to be Team Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one team. That's the one Raw win I'm even remotely sure about. And plus, you know, I see Miz and Bryan having that feud going a little bit longer. So.
Yeah, they're not going to friend up. Those guys, there's too much heat there.
It'd be funny as hell if it happened, but nah, they're going to ruin it themselves. And I still think McIntyre's going to be, but it'll probably be Braun being the sole survivor.
Yeah, and who said the Daniel Bryan Miz thing was resolved? I mean, God, that's far from resolved.
Yeah.
So,
We should
hey,
see.
how about that? I feel confident in a Raw team winning, so that's where
And
I'm proud of myself.
and now for the last match, champion versus champion for Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. Part
Lesnar
2.
versus Styles 2.
AJ's got to win it. That's all I got to say. AJ's got to win it.
Gotta be, if I was unsure about SmackDown, when it's gotta be AJ, and it's gonna be a great match.
It's going to be a great match.
So well together.
I'm calling it now. We're going to have Braun come out. Braun distracts Brock
Yeah.
and cause Brock the match.
That's how it's going to happen. Yeah. That's probably how it's going. That's a good call. That's how it's going to happen.
Yeah. I just hope they don't fuck it up where that match is going to happen before the 5-on-5 men.
Yeah, that would.
It's going to have to.
They're not going to make
I'm
it.
talking about if you have Brock and AJ go before the Raw and SmackDown men's 5-on-5.
Oh.
Because that's going to take a lot away from it. Because it's better if you have to do the team first and Braun super high right now after that win and then get Brock.
They need to give AJ and Brock at least 15 minutes. I mean, God, give them 15. Give them at least 15 minutes before you bring it to the finish. Give them at least a solid 15 minutes. God,
how many F5s do you think you'll give them?
God, I don't know. How many suplex do you think you're going to give them? Everybody's going to be counting.
33.
Yeah. Oh, good call. 33.
He going straight whale on that, too.
You think AJ's going to get busted open?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting color. I think he's definitely getting color on this one.
So someone's gonna definitely. I think Brock might too.
Yeah, because he's probably AJ realized now he has to jump off of stuff and hit the fine form from all different angles. So he's probably gonna bust Brock open too, trying to fly over there and bust him.
I think they're both gonna get busted, and ain't no man gonna come out there either. Now it's like I'll be in the gorilla position, be like, don't you fucking move. Too important, and I think AJ deserves that win, and
You know what would be good though? If a certain somebody threw us for a loop and what he's been saying, like he's not coming back, wouldn't it be something if they decided to let Brock Lesnar win, but they did something, they gave us a payoff that we couldn't deny, even though it's obviously not going to happen now. But what if Michaels came out and super kicked Styles? Wouldn't that be insane? Wouldn't that be insane? Oh,
assuming Michaels ain't done.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying, wouldn't it be great?
It would be great.
Oh God!
If there's any time for a dream match, there you go. Right.
He's about to jump to do the flying forearm on Brock at a crucial moment, and then all of a sudden, one of the camera guys jumps out and just super kicks him out of the air. Boom! Shawn freaking Michaels.
If it's a question of helping Brock, now this can go deeper in that with Michaels and Styles, because Styles been talking about wanting to fight Michaels for years.
But here's the thing, you already got a story there. Michaels could be like, you're starting to eclipse my what I left behind. You're starting to eclipse my message. It's like you can't let Styles eclipse his message.
Yeah.
I guess that would be great.
Because AJ's becoming the showstopper. AJ's starting to steal the show. It's like, no, You can't steal the show. I may have turned over a new leaf, but that doesn't mean I'm just gonna let you steal the show.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't argue that math, baby.
So, what's your pick?
No, I said AJ.
Yeah, I'm thinking AJ.
All right.
I think it's gonna be
Strowman.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 1.5% chance of AJ losing due to Michaels, but that's 1%.
Precise.
That's like a 1%.
You really give it a 1. Man.
That's like a 0.5% chance happening, but hey,
my God.
I've been shocked before. I've seen some crazy shit happen over my years.
Big 4 pay-per-view like this, yeah.
I've seen some nutty stuff happen before. I've seen some stuff that I've never thought I'd see happen. Like come on. I mean, we've seen them do some crazy stuff before. Even though it's 0.1, maybe 0.5% that would happen, if ever there was a time to do it, if ever there was a time to set up for it, that would be the time. Why not? If AJ Styles on the verge of beating the monster.
Right. My question is, will he make Brock tap?
No, it'll be a flying forearm and a pin.
Brian tap. Have you ever seen Brian tap?
No, but what'll probably.
You mean Daniel Bryan?
Yeah.
He tapped before he that match he had with AJ.
Oh yeah.
He tapped before that.
I don't know.
I'm talking about before the SmackDown match. Has Brian ever tapped before?
Not to my knowledge.
Not that I know of. No.
Imagine if he can get Brock to tap.
No, the only way that would happen is if okay, this could happen. Okay, so AJ Styles hits the flying forearm of Brock Lesnar after Strowman interferes. Brock Lesnar kicks out at 2.9. Brock Lesnar throws the shoulder up at 2.9. AJ rolls it right into the freaking calf crusher. That's when Brock taps. That would and even then, I think you'd have to roll it a couple of times. Like they would go through the motion a couple of times.
Man, that was amazing how Brock countered that last year's Survivor Series.
Oh yeah, he had everybody thought he was gonna tap. Everybody really.
And when he grabbed his neck like that was genius.
Yeah, everybody thought like they were talking like Austin and Dave Meltzer and all them, and even JR said they thought like even they didn't think it was worth. They thought he was about to tap out for real. They thought he was really gonna tap. Like the look on his face, like the way he looked in his face, it looked like he was gonna tap. It was like, oh.
Boy, it was red like a fruit punch Kool-Aid.
Yeah, like a tomato, because he Brock's never been put in a hole like that. You know, it's like what? It's like the shock. We all seen Brock Lesnar, wrestle, but we've never seen him locked in a leg hold like that. We're like, whoa! We're like, it's like.
I just want to throw right quick. I love Paul Heyman's promo last night, telling the kids to Google Hotel California bitches. I love that because my wife, happy birthday, fancy said she's a big Eagles fan. When I told her about it, she got a great laugh out of that.
It's Paul Heyman.
I mean, who else can say that but Paul Heyman?
It's Paul Heyman. It's Paul Heyman. Only Paul.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's it for Tribute.
I have one last question. I got one last question.
Okay.
What's going to be the better show this weekend? Takeover or Survivor Series?
Of course, they're gonna be
Takeover. Jesus, Takeover.
Like to send our best wishes to Roman Reigns.
Get well soon, Roman. Kick cancer's ass.
Yeah.
Again.
And our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Stan Lee, who died yesterday on Monday.
Yeah.
As the day of this recording.
95 years old. Thank you so much for all you did, Stan. You will go down in history.
Yeah, same here. Thanks, Stan. Excelsior.
Giving us some of the best stories and the best characters. Like the whole Iron Man, Wolverine, X-Men, Black Panther, Daredevil, Ant-Man, so many others. Fantastic Four. You are a genius and you will be missed.
Yep.
Those movies won't be the same without his cameos.
No, it won't. But it hurts, like I said. But it was a pleasure to have had him on this earth as long as we did. It was definitely a pleasure to have his work out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you everyone, and remember, go to your favorite podcast, Google Play, iPod, and Streaker, Radiocast, just anywhere you download podcasts. Look for
Subscribe and tell your friends.
look for SDV Productions, and you will always find our podcast there. Or join us here on YouTube, Twitch, anytime you want the video. And until then, we'll meet again. Enjoy.
Subscribe and
guys.
tell your friends. And to any women out there, if you want to call yourself the man, be the man.
All right.
All right. Peace,
Bye.
y'all.